Hey, my first day, oh, this guy won't come for my hand. Which kind of thing be this? I know they were perceiving it because the crayfish was really smelling. Even me, shame catch. Shame catch me. It was really smelling. What I packed in my bag. So, I had 6 bags, Abi, 2 boxes, and 4 Ghana bags. So in one box, I had my clothes, my clothes and my kids' clothes. I had my hair tools like my clipper, my measuring scale, all those fragile things I knew they could break. I had them inside that box because it's a plastic box. I had my ring light inside that box. I had so many things inside that box. Then my other box, I had fish. Everything inside that box was fish. From beginning to end of that box was fish. I had my stock cubes inside that box. And what else? Just a few other things just to make the box, to be equal to the other bag. So it wouldn't be like light. And then I'm having excess luggage in the other ones. Meanwhile, there's still space here. So I bought things like I told you, package your stuff. This paper now, look at it. Unlike this Ziploc bag, if I should just pinch it out a bit, everything is going to pop. Look at this paper now. Anything powder, put it in a rubber and label it. This is my black pepper, my red pepper, my brown beans. Remember I told you to divide your stuff. This is my brown beans. I still have another one that I've started using. This is my abacha. I brought abacha, my ukazi leaf. I brought ugu. I brought bitter leaf. I brought my milk. This milk, now you know that when you buy it, it's going to be puffy, kind of. What you should do is get a pin, pierce it, press out the air so that it can be flat like this. So inside this particular Ziploc bag, I had like 4 of this thing of the milk there. So this one is my ogiri. I told you how to package it in the last video. Please pack it well, let it not smell. Let me tell you one. The box I told you that I packed my fish in. The box wasn't actually smelling, but I think the mistake I made was because I grounded my crayfish, some of my crayfish, I grounded them and put them inside this rubber. I didn't ground the other part. It's more than this though. I didn't ground the other part. So the mistake I made was not putting that one in a container too. I just put it in a Ziploc bag now. I was like, oh, this one is good. It's not going to smell too much because it's not too much. I escaped now. I passed Nigerian immigration. I landed Heathrow safely because we didn't take a bus to our city. We booked. Did I say bus? We didn't take a cab. We took the bus, National Express. Now in National Express, I think it's part of their terms and conditions not to carry anything fish. That part go see amo. You won't really think of going through the terms and conditions now, but we didn't go through it. So the first bus we took from Heathrow, please can you go upstairs? I'm busy. The first bus we took from Heathrow to Victoria, I don't know what they call it, but Victoria Park, I don't know. That's the park that is going to take us to our city. The first bus we took, I think the man didn't notice it because he saw that our bags were too many. He was like, we are going to load the bags by ourselves. We were like, no problem, no be today. So we put the bag. So he didn't notice it because if he did, he would have told us to drop that bag. When we got to Victoria, what do they call this thing? Let me be calling it Victoria Park. When we got to Victoria Park, when the man was now offloading our stuff from the bus, he was not like, I can smell fish here. We're not like, yes, we have fish. He said that the next bus we are planning to take, that they don't allow fish in that bus. So we cannot carry our fish into the bus. We're not like, how now? We didn't know. This kind of JJC thing. So my mind don't dey beat because I was like, my hope, my how much, my how it's not just the how much. Like I don't get how do I want to make my soup? How? What are we going to do? And it was past 8 at that time, but I didn't even know because it was still very bright. So when we got to the park, the guy that used to announce, I will not call it Aboro, but it's Aboro they used to call all those people that used to, let me just say the announcer, the person that used to announce, oh, Bristol, Birmingham, Boss, this one and that one. He was not like, he's a black, or he's black. He was like, which bags are these? We're like, it's our bags. Every people were just sitting there in the terminal now. Everybody was just calm. Say, this guy, which kind fuck up be this one? But before he came to us, I had already taken my box because of that thing that man said. I knew it was the crayfish that was smelling. I took my box and removed the crayfish from that box and held it. Because so that they don't just, it's better they seize just the crayfish than they take the whole box of fish. So when I came back now, as we were just waiting for our boat, the guy was like, I smell fish, yeah? I smell fish, yeah? Whose bags are these? I smell fish, we don't take fish. And he was just, he was just being too loud. Everybody was just looking at us. I was like, hey, my first day, oh, this guy won't come for my hand. Which kind of thing be this? And they were perceiving it because the crayfish was really smelling. Even me, shame catch me. It was really smelling. So I was like, hey, Jesus. We're not like, yes, we are the ones. He said, we don't take fish here, you throw it away, I said, how do you want us to throw our fish? And I said, where's the fish? And I showed him that nylon. That was what saved me because I'm wondering if it was that whole box. I was smart enough to remove my crayfish in time. And I said, no, you drop, my dear, it was trouble. He said they don't allow it no matter what. They don't allow it this one, that one, blah, blah, blah. I almost cried that day. But thank God, the only thing that, even if they had still seized the fish, the only thing that was consoling me is that it was not the whole box. It was just that one I brought out. So, luckily for us, I don't know, my husband, Kai, I don't know him and the guy, I don't know what he discussed with the guy. The guy was not like, oh, where's the fish? My husband had told me to bring the fish. And I brought the crayfish and gave him. He had told me, put it inside. He had told me where to put it. That's how we escaped our bag. But I'm just trying to tell you. And the driver did not notice it. Because if the driver had noticed, because the driver was like, he insisted that saying, people's bags are too much. I can't load all these things by myself. And I said, no, okay, no wahala. Please, we'll load this by ourselves. Because if he loaded that bag, he would have perceived the fish. Another thing that saved us was, it was not they were looking at the Ghana Mo. He was looking at the Ghana Mo school. Meanwhile, that fish was in a box. So he was not looking at the box, just like I told you. Because of that box, now the feeling is your clothes that are there. They were not looking at the box. It was the Ghana Must Goes he was looking at. Meanwhile, Ghana Must Goes there. They were innocent. So, like I said, please pack your. They will throw it away. This one is just luck that was on our side. Pack your fish well, package it well, put it in a container. Have a Ziploc bag, put it in a container. It won't smell as much as it would when it's in a Ziploc bag. Back to my packing. Crayfish. I brought my turmeric, my palm oil, like I told you. When I got to the Nigerian airport, I had 3 of these palm oils. So I put one inside Ghana Must Go and put the remaining 2 inside that same box I packed fish. So I don't know why, maybe they didn't put their eye in that my box. So it was Ghana Must Go, they saw the other oil. They were like, do you have oil? I said, yes. I said, but it's frozen. They said, no, it's oil, please bring it out. See other ones that we seized. Then that's why I promote that one or give them, because it was that bag they were pointing at. Thank God they did not go further to search this other one. I told you about anything you're bringing, any of this refilled stuff you're bringing, please try to put them in a zip. You know, when you bust it, it has air can enter it, so put it back in a Ziploc bag. I brought my Ede powder. All these things, now my mama, all thanks to her, she processed this one. She processed it for me, even my bean flour, all those things. I didn't even okay. And I still have some of them in there. I just brought out some to show you. My bean flour, that's for akara. Put it there. Now this one is my spices. I have my pepper soup spice, uzuza, ehuru, everything. I pack and come. Even my uba. When I bought it, like I told you, spread them, put them under the sun. Highest, when you want to use it, you put them back, you put it back inside water, soak it inside water for a while. It comes back alive. My turmeric, my oil, my egusi. Please divide them. Like I said, please divide them. I brought omono, I brought zobo leaf, zobo juice, I brought cloves. See, I brought everything. Even my white beans. These things are expensive here. So if you have space, please bring them. I brought, what didn't I bring? Please remind me. What didn't I bring? The only thing I didn't bring is yam. That one pained me. If you see what we bought for £7. If you see what we bought for £7. Well, I think if I had put that yam, I would have had extra luggage. I even brought raw. I brought shea butter. This one is a saving. This one don't save me. I brought shea butter. I brought everything. In fact, I brought my business stuff. Everything I needed for my business, because I brought my business stuff. Though everything was packed well, and I thank God everything went fine. The only thing that happened was my picture frame. Let me show you. My family picture frame broke. I put it in a Ghana must go. Rather than, in fact, I didn't even have it. I couldn't carry it. If you check me, you go know, so I know if you carry that thing. I have kids.
Mommy, my lips are break.
Go and take this.
Hey.
Hey.
I bring it.
Take so that you can rub. Take and rub. Hey. Oh no. How was I going to, what was the best way to carry it then? What was the best way to carry it? Because, just look at this. I need to come with spaghetti, because this works fine. I even prefer it to our golden pan. I even prefer it to our spaghetti at home. I think I've got this for 23p, so it works very okay. It's fine. Or tin tomato, don't bother coming. We have this tube tomato, and I prefer it to my favorite tomato at home. I still prefer this one. So I think I got this one for 30p, and it's quite affordable. So all these things weigh a lot. Just imagine putting them in your bag. Even if you want to come, just come with one or two. You come here, you buy. Let me now show you the fish my husband bought earlier. Where is it? Okay. Please see what he bought for £3. In fact, £4, because this is £4. See the size. See it. See what he bought. Okay. I even brought my small mortar and pestle. It's time for church. I even brought my small mortar and pestle. Alright. I brought my hand mixer. I brought my puff dispenser. I brought my measuring scale. I brought my measuring. My people waiting like back, eh? Some of the things that I took. My head hangers, my hair dryer, my hair massager, my mirror. Let's do it again. My name box, my glue gun. scale. My hand makes my adapter and all the things I carried inside this box. Guys, let me not forget to show people my pap. My pap, I finished making my pap and I divided it too. I don't want to hear stories. I carried it in my hand luggage because it's so heavy. It's very heavy. So I carried it in my hand luggage all the way. I freezed it too. I carried my pap. Nico. This one is